What do you got going on there? Bigger?
One of the bigger ones we got today.
All right, welcome back, everybody. We're gonna bypass the whole I missed the trip here thing, and yeah, we're gonna try to get right into fishing. Obviously, I'm in the body of water that I'm fishing right now. I'll give you guys a hint: big saucer-shaped fish. That's what I'm targeting today. I got a couple hours, but my goal here is to try and beat my PB this trip. Obviously, I said before in the intro that, you know, I'm going to be fishing 2 to 3 days here. Weather changed a lot. It wasn't supposed to rain today. It rained all the way till like 2 o'clock. Basically, I'm playing with the weather right now. So if I can dodge the rain, this will be a 3-day trip. If I can't, this will be a 2-day trip. Either way, you guys get your mini series. So keep your fingers crossed. We get on some fish. Okay guys, so I went to the Northwoods for one reason and one reason only. I'm going to cast for these big bluegills, and that is my favorite way to fish. I'm seeing beds, so it's looking like I'll be able to do it, but I'm also seeing empty beds, which means people have been coming through here and picking them off. So let's see if we can get some without doing anything to the system here. First fish of the trip, and it looks like a pumpkin seed. That's because that's what it is. That's not good. And that's all that looks like it's over here. Hybrids. There's a good one. It's a decent fish. It's only like an 8.5. They get bigger, hopefully. Alright guys, so surprise, a buddy of mine decided that he could make it out today. That's the reason I came up north, actually. It was because he was giving me information and letting me know that it's good to fish up here. It's a little flooded, but other than that, it's time to fish, time to catch some stuff, and he's actually going to be visiting today, so I'm going to go pick him up with my boat and try and get him on some fish with us. What are you? Are you a crappie?
Yeah, had a very nice weekend so far. Cooking up something really nice.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you eat anything good yet?
We went out to breakfast this morning. Truck stop. My wife's cooking is hit or miss. Either it's phenomenal or
Nick, you're on footage.
gone. Edit that out.
I might have to throw my slip bobber on. They're out. There you go. What is that? Yeah, it looks like it. It's hard to tell with that rod. What is it, a light?
Yeah. No, yeah, it's a light.
That's a 7. Proper shape. It's just about 4 inches too short. That's the first thing. You seen I got this rod, right?
Yeah, what kind of rod you got there?
Tuned Up Customs.
Yeah.
They're Apex.
Yeah,
It's probably the best feeling 7-foot plus rod I got.
Yeah.
This is 7.2, and I mean I've only had like 4 or 5 in my life where I got them over 7 foot.
There's some nice looking beds down
Look.
Oh yeah, perfect.
Yeah. I had an even bigger one come up and almost pull the rod out of my hand when I was looking at yours. I was like, what was that? And I looked back and there was a school of fish on the surface of the water. I'm only like, Nick, I'm only like not even, I'm like 10 inches down right here. What do you got going on there? Bigger?
And one of the bigger ones we got today. Still a fat girl.
A female? Yeah. See, that one was closer up to those reeds, like I was saying. Still got a little bit of meat to it.
A little bit of belly left on her.
Yeah. Surprised you're still spawning.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
There's some right here, it looks like.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a perch. Why am I catching all the perch today? Oh, dude. Look, big crappies.
Holy smokes.
Don't move. You think I can get them?
Try. Wow. Best looking crappies I've ever seen in here.
I knew they'd be by this area.
Lethargic tank. Decent right there. That's not a big deal,
Got him!
Oh, wow. Got her. Is that on camera too, bro?
Yeah.
Yes, alright, you got it.
Oh, and it just came off, too.
Very cool. That was great.
Dude, I had to
open and close his mouth and he had it.
I had to put that like a millimeter from its face in order to get it to eat.
That's great.
That's a good crappie. That's probably like a 12, 11. Watch, the camera's not on. I didn't even check. Oh, what's on? Look at that.
I would say that's probably close to 11.
I'd say it's probably an 11. 11 and a half?
Yeah, nice. Beautiful.
11 and a half.
I want to try to vertical jig these guys.
That's too funny. Yeah, there's a bunch of them right here sitting in these weeds. All right, you get to go back today.
If you look at that little one, he's making little spawning movements. He's throwing his body sideways. You see that?
It's funny because that's why I switched to this bobber, because it's evenly weighted.
Yeah.
So I figured if anything, like, you know, if there were crappie in here, I'd either see the upbite or it would go under real easy, but I didn't think I would jig them up. Yeah, this is a real steep break line like the one over there, and that's what I was saying before, was like, I think if we're going to find crappie on this lake, they're going to be on these giant drop-offs. Oh, we both missed one at the exact same time. Oh, that's funny. That was a dual hook set. That's weird. Can't fish with you, it's weird.
Well, is this our first time? This is our first time fishing together.
Oh,
that was a crappie.
Yeah, that looked bigger, whatever it was.
It was crappie.
That's a crappie. That's a decent one, too. That's like a 9, 8. It's
against shore there.
This fish is so slimy and like icky feeling.
Like the lake looks.
Yeah, that's weird.
It's kind of a gross thing.
What's flowing into here?
Yeah, that's
I'm determined to see if there's any decent crappie in here.
Well, the one you caught today was the biggest one I've seen caught out here.
Really?
Yeah.
That does not bode well for this lake.
Try it again. Try it again. I think I can still got one more cast to reach.
That's a crappie. I told you, dude.
That's a good.
Oh, it's another crappie. I seen him come up. It's another one of those like 8s, 9s. Yeah, so you're right, like a bucket of these and you got the eaters for the day. That's what I do. I do 9 to 10.
Oh wow.
Yeah, like they're all by shore too, so. There we go. Oh, that looks like a big perch. It is. Yeah, that's a good one, dude. Now I know why people come out here perch fishing in the winter. Because if you had 1 more inch on that thing and you got a bucket of those, that's good perch. That's awesome.
Skin on or skin off?
Oh, what's that?
My house.
Woo! Is that a big? That's another one.
That one's pretty thick.
Yeah, like this is it. They're eaters. That's funny. There's a bunch of fish over here. Yep, come on.
Isn't that great?
Nick, this one might be bigger. Move your bobber. Oh, yeah. I'm trying to get him out of the weeds. Look at him. What do we got here?
Very nice gill.
That's a much bigger gill.
Very big.
A big female. She was sitting there with it.
Dude, I went to Goodwill today. My wife watched my Goodwill.
See, and that's so like I can tell, like that's a younger one. So this one can get big.
She's gonna be a big girl.
Yeah, and it's a female. I mean,
The quintessential freaking gill, man. She's pretty.
they're so bleached here though.
Yeah, or
Like those, you can see the bars start coming up. Like
So-
these are probably heavy bars.
I bought.
That was one of the bigger ones. Because that's what they look like on any of the bigger bodies of water I fish.
My goodness.
Because they come up like a whale.
That was neat.
That's how you get them off though. Like that's literally why people lose big panfish when they're really big. Is like they shoot up to the surface and they just waddle and you're still pulling.
I would say you would want to still be pulling.
No, see the trick
Keep the line tight on
the trick is you hook them like this and you do this.
That could have worked out more perfect.
Demonstration time with Dave.
You hook them like this.
I don't even know how that worked out, but you know, once in a lifetime situation where
like you meant to do it.
where you're explaining it. Let's do that again, except with a 12-inch bluegill. Over there, where you got your dangle going. Oh. Where's your bobber? Across the lake. It's on the shore there. On the other side of the lake. Yay, double!
Ooh, man. What is it?
When they dig into that moss, it's...
Digging in. Yeah, it really felt big for a minute. Still feels
That's what I was saying. It's like wears out your... Yours is bigger than mine, though. Yeah. It's like...
That's a BY Baits.
Oh, yeah. Size is the difference.
You got the IGO plastics?
No, I'm using...
I was going to say that's why.
I'm using that live... I like when they look good. They don't look sickly. Little guy.
Ooh. Commit. Commit.
He won't commit. I gotta get a minnow, and you got what? A digger? He's just digging, or is that a decent one now?
I'm to eat her all day. Yeah, I shouldn't say all day. I'd be looking at it like,
Right? You might be looking at that all day. There we go. I saw that guy come up. That's a better one. It's a seed too. See, the thing is these guys spawn before gills do.
Very pretty.
These ones.
Yeah.
So that you might be behind on like an actual big gill spawn. Another one right in there. I don't think I got it far enough though.
Oh, God, that did not grow a lot of good.
Oh, I did. That's a good one. Get up! Get up! Stop doing that! These guys bite like freaking tanks, and that's what I like about seeds. But if you look at this seed, look at his tail and his fin edges.
He's got some odd colors now, doesn't he?
This is green sun. That's green sunfish.
Yep. You can see the stripes on his back too, the vertical bars.
These. Yeah, he's like
Pretty.
He's like gill seed green sunfish mutt.
With a distant bass cousin. Actually, bass are something.
I was gonna say they have that as a cousin.
Yeah, they just constantly have fish in there. Amazing just how much you get in the wintertime.
Well, just remember, it'll never lose fish. You'll never run out of fish. You only run out of quality of fish. That's how paying fish works.
Well, they stock often in here, so you're kind of left with whatever they stock.
Well, they're not stocking any of these in here.
Actually, yeah, I'm curious about that. Do they ever fucking stock food?
Almost never, not unless it's paid for. Like somebody's
An
like,
association here.
what I'm saying is somebody has to be like, I want trophy bluegills, and then they go to a trophy bluegill fishery and they stock those. It's just like if you want like a good strain of walleye or northern pike or something.
You have something to do some vertical digging here.
Yeah, you can. Basically what I just did. I like slapped the water with this thing. It's an endless supply. See, it's the fact that they bed like this that people think you can't outfish them. Because you're like, there's 10,000 beds right here, there's 500 fish in this spot. I just hope those other lakes are less popular with bucket hoarders. It's funny because as soon as one of these freaking flies hits the water, it just it's gone. Every time I set a hook.
What is it?
My alarm. So it reminds me to look at my phone. Like, yeah, what time is it?
Oh, you dick. Nice.
I got him on the down swoop because he pecked at it once. I was like, I'm ready. I'm ready to do it again. That's another seed. I will find a lake where I can catch 100 of those at 10 to 12 inches.
All in the name of science.
Yeah, you just want to try and catch up to me.
Well, yeah, it is the goal.
There's like a limit. Alright, you're done. Put your rod down. You put your rod down now.
My boat, my rolls.
Are there's
Wow, good work. That was great.
I got one too. Double. Look at the sloshing. What do you got? Is that a crappie?
Crappie.
Yeah, that's what you got. You got a crappie, I got the gill. That's so funny.
That's a nice crappie.
That's a decent crappie too.
Yeah, yeah.
See, that's what you'd want.
Oh, for eaters.
Yeah, that way up there too. Yeah, I got the fat female gill. Got it. Old paper mouse got some iron on you.
Well, that got hit right away. Was it spot or was it stupid bait that I used?
I think it's stupid bait.
Let's try.
Okay guys, so that's gonna be the end of day one. I know it was sporadic, I know it was all over the place, but that's what happens when your buddy Nick comes to the lake, you know, just randomly. But we had a good time. We caught a bunch of fish. I know it wasn't a bunch of big bluegills like I expected, but it is a new lake. 1, 2, I caught bluegills, crappie, perch, pumpkin seed, and some hybrids. So that wasn't too bad. So hopefully in tomorrow's video, well, this is a series obviously, but in tomorrow's video, hopefully we stick some bigger panfish. I'm gonna go to a lake that's rumored to have big gills and big crappie. So we're gonna try and get to that one, and obviously if we stick them, you'll see it. If you won't, we'll still probably see it because it's part of the journey. So obviously if you aren't new here, you know what's up. But if you are new here, please just remember to